Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It's one of those things, right? Every year when football season starts, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm never really overly excited about the start of football season. I think a lot of people just get so excited about football season, but I understand that football season is a grind. Like the enjoyment of football is really not the season. Like the season is the anxiety. The season is the stress, right? The season is where you get found wanting, or whether you end up looking like a hero. And a lot of times the outcome of a football game can be the result of a handful of mistakes that happen on a handful of plays, right? Especially in high school football, people look at our world now and they don't realize that the pressures of high school football now are the pressures that used to be applied to college football back in the 90s and the 80s. Like the pressure to win in high school football is just way too high. It's way too high. And it's not just the pressure that we put on ourselves to win. It's the pressure that the outside world puts on us to win. It's the perceptions of what is going on versus the realities of what's going on. We lost. My first game this year, we lost. We weren't very competitive, but it was a situation where the game really came down to a few plays that did or did not get made. And if you look across the entire landscape of football, youth league, high school, college, NFL, there is a finite amount of plays that if somebody had made a block here, if someone had cut right there where they should have cut, if the quarterback had made the right read, if the linebacker would have brought down the ball carrier right there, if he'd have taken the proper angle, if the defensive lineman had put his hands on the inside instead of the outside, little small things that then turn into progress. It turns into, hey, this was a good play or this was a bad play. And so when things are that razor thin, when the margins are that small, and you know that the pressures from the outside mix with the pressures that you put on yourself, it's hard to just be enjoyable, right? Now, what I love about football, at least what I normally love about football, I love the grind of it, the figuring it out, the practices, the camaraderie. It might not seem like it because I might be yelling at someone, but I enjoy the grind of it. I enjoy that. On game days, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like on game days, those are not my favorite days. Number one, I don't like all of the other stuff that comes with the game. Like all that other stuff. Like I don't really care about like you caring more about the way you look than the way you play. Like to me, that's a part of it where I just don't like. I was gonna be swaggy, but I was gonna do it in a manner that fit with the team, and I was gonna go out there and back it up. I'm not ever claiming to be the best football player that ever played football, because clearly, if I was, I would have played at a higher level, and I probably would be talking to you from a different location right now, right? But I was a performer And I performed in practice and in games. There was no, oh, well, I turn it on when the lights come on. There was no, oh, I know how to flip the switch. My switch was always on. There was no off button on the switch. I was always ready for the smoke. And because I was always ready for the smoke, I was always ready to perform. I don't know. And again, this isn't just high school. I don't know at any level if football players as a whole are as dialed in mentally as they need to be in order to have success. There are a lot of football players. I was watching preseason games. These are people who are fighting for their football life. Hey, I want to be a football player for a living. And they're still making mistakes that high schoolers make. How locked in are you? Are you just happy to be wearing the jersey? Like, you're happy to say that you put on a Cowboys jersey? You're happy to say you put on a Seahawks jersey? What does that mean if you never get to that next level where you actually get to do it in a regular season game? Right? Who cares what the pictures of you in your wide receiver stance, or you down in the 3-point stance, or you jumping up to catch a pass? Who cares what those pictures look like if those pictures came in pregame, and then once the game starts, you on the sideline? I see so many people who have like pictures that look super fly, and I'm like, I don't remember you playing in the game. Where did that picture come from? I see so many people put up highlights of JV games. Yo, you're on JV. Be quiet, grind until you get to the varsity level. Nobody should hear about you. No one should hear it from you. They should hear it from somebody else, but not from you. But the entire climate of what we have going on now, and it's not just football, because this is in basketball too, is look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. It's trickled over into how we evaluate talent, right? Because somebody will tell me, oh, well, this kid's really good. And then I watch that kid play ball and all he does is dunk. Then I'll watch another kid who just gets buckets. Nothing flashy, nothing crazy, just out there getting bucks. Cooking. Not like dribbling through their legs and Kyrie Irving people or Steph Curry and people, just getting buckets. And people will act as if his game isn't transferable. Yet, when you look at winning teams that win all the time, at the high school level, at the grassroots level, travel ball, college, even in the pros, it's not the most flashy people who win. It's the people who just get it done. Now, when you can mix the flash with the ability to just get it done, those are the superstars. That's where superstardom comes from, right? When you're able to get the work ethic necessary that you normally find in the grinder, and then you add that flair for the dramatic, that ability to make it look swaggy, that's where you see the superstars are born. And we see the superstar being born in the UFC. Sugar Sean O'Malley with the knockout of Aljamain Sterling. I'm watching it, and everybody knows what has to happen in order to win. Sean is not going to win a points fight. He's not going to outpoint Aljo, because Aljo has a way of pressuring. He's going to look like he's going forward. He's going to catch you, because Sugar Sean can't be caught. He's going to eventually take you down, and when he takes you down, he's going to just point you out. If you do something reckless, he can submit you. We know all of these things about Aljamain Sterling. The way that Aljo was going to lose this fight was if Sugar Sean put a hand on that man's chin. And Sean O'Malley, leading up to the fight, said, I know I'm fighting the greatest. I know this is a situation, but I believe that I can find his chin. And if I find his chin, he's going out. And I'll be damned if that man didn't watch him throw a punch, step back, throw the counter right, and the counter right was so crisp, it was so clean. Aljamain Sterling saw it coming, but because his body was moving forward, he just knew he was about to get hit. You see him in the replay close his eyes to brace for the impact. He gets hit, he goes down. Sugar hits him with a couple more on the ground. He rolls over, the ref calls it. Some people said, oh, it's an early stoppage to fix his end. And I go, what are you talking about? This dude, Sean O'Malley, has prepared for this very moment. He told you he was going to do it. He went out and did it. You thought he was going to just like lighten up? He wasn't going to keep pounding that dude on the ground? Nah, that dude was about to go to sleep again. This is the essence of sports, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I get excited about when I talk about football. When I get to see somebody transition from being just a good one into like a star on the football field, it's exciting for me. When I see somebody figure it out on the football field, it's exciting for me. The same way it's exciting for me to watch Sugar Sean make his ascent up the ranks. It's fun. Don't call this man Conor McGregor. That's a diss to him. Don't call him Conor McGregor. He's different. He's different. He comes with a different swagger. He comes with a different energy. We should be appreciating him just the same way that we appreciate football being back. I'm hopeful that all of you coaches out there in high school, that you guys are healthy or staying as healthy as you can. I know some of you like us have already hitting the injury bug, hitting sickness bugs. You got to keep working through it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. You do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. Whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you join me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Till next time. Peace.